The selection is deep, and summer savings are red hot on certified and pre-owned vehicles at the Team Automotive Group. Choose from over 550 pre-owned vehicles and more than 100 certified with financing as low as 0.99%. Stop in and save right now at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
Don't mind us. Don't mind us. Go in the other direction, Johnny. Other direction.
No.
They're all of our monitors. Come on down.
Our storage facility.
Good morning, Baton Rouge.
What are you doing?
Oh, there you go.
Where's my coffee?
Right
Over
there.
there. You
You
left
brought it
it.
over here.
You left it.
Good morning.
What you got in there?
It is a good morning.
It
Yeah?
is. It's
a
back
great
to
morning.
school.
Oh man.
We'll
So
go back for the first
I
day.
literally just got a text from. So I've got one going back today. When's your first day?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, which some
Friday.
people think is weird because it's a
Well,
Friday.
I
But
love
I'm
it.
going to tell you, I love it. I think it's genius. I wish they did that when I was a kid.
Short
Because your
week.
Monday is your Friday.
Yeah.
Even if you have a bad day, hey, it's the weekend.
It's the weekend. Here it
Everybody's
comes.
happy about that.
Glass
So yeah,
half full.
kudos to that. And
Yeah.
even Thursday, a
Yeah.
2-day work week. I think it's smart. Ease them into it.
That's
Ease
what
in.
my
That's your case.
Yeah, my younger daughter is going back today, first day senior, and so it's been one of those. She kind of painted up the car a little bit, like the seniors, and I was spying on the drive a little bit. Sorry, baby. But yeah, she just got to school. First day of her last year.
How are
in
you?
high school. I'm okay. You know, it's gonna be weird. You know, you get home later and.
She was just
And eventually,
born.
I
How did
know,
this
none of the
happen?
kids are going to be there. But no, it's amazing. This is what's supposed to happen. You know, the old thing, you know, if you're a successful parent, at some point your kids are going to have to break up with you. And that's the reality. But, you know, we got another great year.
Yeah.
My kids are amazing. We're really, really fortunate. But yeah, just that step. And it's happening for so many of you out there, be it senior or junior, sophomore, freshman, whatever it is, middle school, elementary. Brand new year.
I was talking to my friend who has a fresh new kindergartner going to school.
Oh my gosh,
And
yes.
that's a big milestone
yeah,
too,
big
right?
one.
Like it's you start noticing them growing
first day.
up, but well, you notice their milestones regardless, but that's big school.
Oh, it
you
really
know?
is. And when the kiddos go to kindergarten, I swear the parents are like way more nervous than the
Yeah.
kids are. You try to hide it, you tell them everything's going to be great.
Right.
And it will be. For the most part, it absolutely
Right.
will. But it's just, you know, they grow up fast. It's cliche, but it's true.
Kids
It really
adapt,
is.
man. Parents are the ones, to
Yeah.
your point, they have a hard time.
We've
Kids
had a
get
hard-
in there.
we've had a
I
hard time.
remember, speaking of, my daughter said the same. She literally was like kindergarten or like first grade, whatever it was, and she met another young girl her age in the same grade, and literally walked up and said to her, "Do you want to be my best friend?" And that's how it
Kids,
works.
yeah.
Adults are like, "I don't want to know you. I don't care."
bother me. I'm in my own world.
Kids are the ones, and then the adults just
Last
have to.
year, I had a friend of mine that her son was going to kindergarten for the first time, and she
Yeah.
went down there the week before. They had a meet and greet with the
Yeah.
teachers.
Sure.
Yep.
And well, I'm going to drop you off here. We're going to walk together, but you're going to do it by yourself on the first day of school. Go in, meet the kid. Was fine that day, and then the first day of school, mom opens the door. Kid steps out, shuts the door. Kid starts crying. Turns around and looks at mom. Mom drives off.
Yeah, that's a tough moment.
And she said that was the hardest
Tough
thing
moment.
I had to do in my life.
I think that's a really tough moment. And then, Matt, I would have to ask you on this one if it's even tougher when you're driving away, dropping them to college. Because I remember when I was dropped to college,
Yeah.
my mom started bawling. I was like,
I
are you
was done.
seriously crying like this?
Yeah.
But you know what? Now
I
that I'm
was
a
done.
parent, I get it. Because it's changing. It's not going to be the same again.
No, it's not. And when we dropped our oldest off at school, and school for her is 10, 11 hours away.
Yeah.
And so we drop her off, and I'm gonna get emotional now. But she's home right now, and it's great. But dropped her off, and it was about a week's worth of just getting stuff done, but there's that last moment. You know it's going to be a last moment. There's that last lunch, and there's a picture of my wife and I and her taken by the waitress, and I'm sure the waitress is like, y'all are weird, and we're just bawling. Anyway, there was that last moment. Wife and I are at the car, and Daly goes walking off down, and I have a photo of it, just her walking off, and that was the last photo I took in that moment because I couldn't handle it anymore. I was done. I started crying. But again, at some point your kids have to break up with you. That's how this is supposed to work.
Yeah.
They go on and they do their
My
thing.
mom and sister were the only two left at the house. They sent me off to LSU. The next day was a Saturday. Went on a cruise, and a week later they moved. And we had never talked about that while I was at home.
Right.
It's like, Okay.
They were like, life can
I
finally
get
move
it.
on.
I get it.
Thanks a lot. But that's got to be a bittersweet feeling, right? Just like you said, this is what's supposed to happen.
Yes.
Your kids are supposed
Yes.
to move on and hit
Right.
those milestones. But it's still sad for you because it means those traditions, like dinners, like dropping them off at school and having the conversation after school. How was your day? That kind of stuff
Right.
gets less and less.
Yeah, because that's when the dynamic of the relationship changes. You know, when they're kids, they're cool and they want to be around you, and then as they get older, you, the parent, you're chasing after them.
Yeah.
The next
You
fall
know?
is going to be really bad for you.
Don't talk to me.
Empty nester.
Don't talk to me.
He's going to need someone to hold his hand through all of this.
I'm here. I'm right there.
We've got
But
you,
look,
Matt.
again, I know, surrounded by family, friends, and everything. And look, everybody's going to be dealing with back to school. So let's talk about the back to school, because today's like the big day.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of the big districts. How are they doing weather-wise?
I think they're actually doing really good. The weather's cooperating. The weather got the memo. They had understood the assignment. We'll talk to Johnny in a second of whether or not traffic understands the assignment. That's a pretty cool looking sunrise over our downtown area. And actually, we do have a little bit of smoke in the atmosphere. Not so much atmospheric dust, but actually a little bit of smoke. We're still not getting any reports right now from BTR. Their site's been down all morning, but nevertheless, what you see in the corner of your screen, 74, that is accurate. 94 yesterday. That was the second consecutive day. We don't want to do that for a third day in a row. We got some cool things happening in the night sky over the next couple of nights. We've got the full sturgeon moon. That's going to be Friday night into Saturday morning. Probably Saturday night. You'll get a second crack at it. No, this one will not be a supermoon, but the next supermoon is coming soon to a theater near you. That will be the October full moon. Tonight's and tomorrow night's full moon, that's actually going to be the 8th full moon of the year. Also very cool in the sky, the Perseids meteor shower, which, by the way, this tends to be one of the juicier meteor showers of the year. At the peak, 60 meteors per hour, and actually we've even seen upwards of 80. So when it's really peaking next week, that's going to be August 12th and August 13th, but you're still going to be able to see it between now and that point. We're also going to see very high heat indices over the next couple of days, but nothing we're not used to, certainly nothing we can't handle. And there you see a couple of thunderstorms really clinging just to the immediate coastline, really nothing else, just kind of meandering, producing a little bit of lightning, but again, they're kind of fading away from our area. So there's not that much to look at anywhere in or around the Baton Rouge area, and I think that's going to be the deal for the most part today. Right now, I only have a 30% chance in the afternoon, and I think that's pretty good. As you see the Futurecast graph, and by the way, the HRRR is equally quiet. There's really not that much. This is even 4:30 in the afternoon, usually around the peak daytime heating, and it doesn't look like we see that much. Couple of hit or miss thunderstorms, nothing more, nothing less. Even if you forget the umbrella today, I think you're going to be okay. We've got that stalled out front in the vicinity. That's just going to wash out over the next couple of days as high pressure pushes out to the west. Now, it looks like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, relatively drier air, but on Sunday and Monday, that tropical moisture, that Gulf moisture retakes the area, so we'll start to pump up those chances of rain just a little bit. Speaking of tropics, we still have Tropical Storm Dexter hanging tough. It's a survivor at 50 miles per hour, but nevertheless a fish storm that we don't have to worry about. And as far as the Gulf is concerned, we don't have to worry about these two either. And it looks like the African wave, the African low, is going to have a better chance of becoming the next named storm. If it does get the letter E, it will be Erin. For all the back-to-schoolers today, 74 to start, 93 to finish, with about a 30% chance in the afternoon. Then for tonight, mild and muggy. The moon big and bright in the sky. Won't be full just yet. That's really going to be Friday night. Then speaking of the weekend, it looks like most of the weekend your outdoor plans will be okay, but I do want to draw your attention to Sunday. I've elevated the chance of rain a little bit back up to a 50% chance, but again, don't cancel your outdoor plans. Extended forecast, for the most part, much ado about nothing. It's a relatively quiet forecast. No tropical threats to the Gulf. Whew, fingers crossed that we can keep that going as long as we can. We got a long way to go, though. 7-Eleven right now. Johnny A., how is traffic on this back-to-school Thursday?
A lot of buses out and about. Of course, more traffic tomorrow with Livingston Parish going back to school. Iberville on Monday. Here's I-10 near Essen Lane facing the 1012. I-12 near the 1012. Everything's good there. And when you're past the 1012 to downtown, definitely slow from College Drive right before College all the way to the Louise Street exit where McKinley Middle Magnet's back to school today. So too many schools to kind of show you where they are. West Baton Rouge, Bruley High School right in that area. Definitely see some traffic on LA1 near there. Up in Central, Wax Road, bumper to bumper right now. The school's right over in that area. And you can definitely see Sullivan at Wax. That entire intersection is very, very congested this morning. A lot of road work there, but it's past the school. However, you could have some issues with that. Keep an eye on that for you as the school year progresses. You say Wax to folks in Central, they go like this. 7:12. You're watching WAFB 9 News Now. Liz and Matt with a couple of headlines you might have missed this morning. They're next.
Welcome back, folks. Need your help. Actually, officials, law enforcement in St. James need your help. They're investigating a deadly shooting.
So let's take you to Paulina, where we're told that the shooting happened last night, right around 8:40. We're told that this happened not far from Great River Road, actually on Highway 642 there in Paulina. St. James Parish sheriff's deputies tell us a 16-year-old boy was found multiple times. He was taken to a local hospital where he eventually died there. Police really need your help. They're not going to release his identity. They need you to call in those tips.
Companion Animal Alliance needs your help as well, because they say they are busting at the seams. If you can adopt, if you can foster, they need your help. We actually have this story waiting for you. WAFB.com, your 9 News app with the links you need to know. They got great rates, so to speak, going on right now. See what you can do to help with that pet overpopulation.
$10 to donate now through Sunday, or if you can foster even 1 week, that's going to help them figure things out there so they can clear out some of the shelves there, clear out some of the shelters so they can get that space accommodated there for more pets coming in. We know the summertime tends to be a big time where we see overcrowding of animals. It's a busy time for them.
When folks foster animals, how long do they usually do it for?
I was just about to ask that
Could be a
question.
week, 2 weeks, could be
They
over
ask you
a
to
winter
do
or
it for
summer.
more than just a handful of days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at least a week would be helpful, I feel like.
Okay, now we know.
Call the shelter if you've got any questions.
Links at the story right now.
The temperatures are climbing and so are the savings during the Honda Summer Event at Team Honda. From Accords to Pilots, HRVs to Ridgelines. Get tremendous summer savings on the Honda you've been waiting for during the Honda Summer Event at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Siegen Lane.